intrinsic to him, as the programming not to attack a Kuroge was in his implanted soft cyber chip. He walked closer to one of the inner high and placed the Nurbacub on the floor. The soft-furred little creature creeled weakly and hungrily. A dart hissed out of one of the Kuroge killing spines and impaled it. The little thing screamed as the neurotoxins were pumped into it. The purple seventh star heaved itself out of the bath, humped over the prey, and began to avert its stomach into the snack. Nurba died slowly, and this one was still pleading weakly as the digestive enzymes liquefied its flesh. Controlling his revulsion, the slave walked on to the next inner high of the pentarch. This one was speaking, so he waited respectfully. "They are still putative subjects. I hold, despite their dexterity, that these humans will make poor slaves." The purple seventh star that was busy feeding clattered its spines again. "Those we have captured and implanted have proved more than adequate." "But their ability to resist our mag client species is better than predicted. And if the confused reports coming from their media are to be believed, there is a possibility that our plans and works might be uncovered." As always, that being its principal function, the high 5 spike was the voice of caution. The ruling 5 high shifted in her water bath. "It is a low probability, considering the level of influence we have on their leadership structure. But nonetheless we must send in a cleanup squad, and perhaps step up supplies of materiel from the spawn ship to our client species. See that the mag are contacted on the closed beam, and given such information as the cleanup team can gather. As a final alternative, there is always direct action. We have a large slave army, potentially, at our disposal." The youngest of the inner high flicked his spines in respectful assent. The slave had learned to read the clatters as clearly and easily as the soft cyber implant had taught him the overfile's speech. The youngest of the inner high was still diffident in his suggestions. He was only a 6th star, after all. "Perhaps some chemical agents, highest, and some more sophisticated delivery mechanisms for the client species?" "Yes, and bring my snack, slave, before I dine on you." The slave did, then moved cautiously away as hastily as he dared. He was just in earshot when he heard one of them say something that made him nearly drop his bucket. "Do you think that there is any substance in the report that a jam-pad was freed in this debacle?" The slave desperately wanted to stay and listen, but he dared not. There were slaves of some 7 different species on this ship, but he was the only one of his kind, and he had not believed there could be others, so many light-years from home. Had one of his people succeeded in breaking free? Elsewhere in George Bernard Shaw City, in a space more cavernous but no less dark, at center stage, other conspirators. The third of the plotters, as usual, arrived late for the meeting. "Where the hell have you been?" demanded one of those already there. "How can somebody with a reputation for being a genius not read a clock? You know, those gadgets that have 2 hands, one long, one short." "Save that tone for those who intimidate easily. You ought to know by now it's wasted on me. Besides, I've been productively occupied." The conspirators, from long years working together, knew each other's tastes. One of them smiled evilly at the tardy one. "Killing swine, eh?" "Not yet. Just sharpening the blades." When the meeting was over, the old tastes resurfaced. "When shall we 3 meet again?" The other 2 laughed. "When the hurly-burly's done, of course," chuckled one of them. "And the battle's lost and won," added the other in a grimmer tone of voice. "Assuming you don't show up late again." Chapter 1.